Hello everyone, I'm John Buselink with Alpha Professional Tools, and today I'm going to be discussing with you our easy click leveling system. Frequently asked questions during the installation process. First I want to speak to you about position and distance of the joint base screws and the caps. We like to position these 8 inches apart, so you want to position each joint base screw and cap 8 inches apart, especially for like a large format tile that you have here in front of me today. The reason why we want to do this, because as you tighten each cap down onto the joint base, you don't want to over tighten it that you put excessive pressure on the joint base screw. By tightening each one consecutively in a row, all the pressure remains the same going across. So at the end, when you actually go to kick them off, they successfully break off at the point of the means for the breakage. If you don't and you over exceed the tension when you tighten it down, this could happen. So what this shows, the screw portion actually broke apart because there was tension and stress. So when you kicked it off with your foot or the mallet, it broke in a portion it wasn't designed for. That's why, once again, we want to position these 8 inches apart. Another topic I want to talk to you about is our cross section. These are for the crosses. It's very important that you position these consistently throughout your floor. So right here, we have a calibration line here. So you want to position these each time in the same manner. So to always position in the same direction. So when you go to kick them off at the end, they kick off easily in the means that they were designed to do. Also, what we recommend, you might not be the person going to the job site the next day to actually remove this. So today, I'm the one that installed and positioned all the easy clicks in the right manner. But tomorrow, my coworker is coming in. How does he know which direction he should be kicking the caps? So, taking a piece of G-tape, place it on the floor, and just make an arrow. As a reminder for yourself or for your coworker, when they come in, that's the direction they should always be kicking for this successfully to break off in the means that it was designed for. Another issue is if you put too much thin set. The thin set goes around the edge of the tile and actually builds up and adheres to the joint base screw, as we're showing here. What's happening, all the thin set, it's going to harden and adhere this to the tile itself. So when you go to kick it to break it off the way it's supposed to, it's not going to break correctly because you just attached it and glued it and secured it to the edge of the tile. So it's not going to break off the way it should break off. And in this case, it actually broke off at the screw portion. So now what's going to happen, someone might need to take a razor knife or a Dremel tool to remove the excess so they can grout successfully. But this is one thing you want to avoid. You don't want to use excessive thin set that you get this problem out in the field. When you're successful and you do everything in the correct manner that we just spoke about today, and you break it off, this is the portion that remains underneath the tile, and the rest of the joint base screw actually breaks off. So at the end, you get this, and watch it drop. That's the way it should be used. Now we're going to demonstrate in what occurs if you actually over tighten the cap on a joint base screw. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the cap on, lock it, I'm going to turn it. So now what this is doing, it's actually leveling the tile. But now that you're over tightening it, I'm putting stress on the bottom of the joint. So if I over tighten it, it actually breaks off. I made a mock-up of a floor so I could demonstrate the correct method of kicking or using a mallet to remove the caps off the floor. On this side, I created a run and bond pattern which requires the use of a T. So here, the correct method of kicking is in a joint seam, or the grout line going this way, to successfully remove the cap. If I go the other way, which I'm going to demonstrate, is the incorrect method, and that might not break off at all. So this is the run and bond side. This is the straight bond side, where here I have a cross section, and these are located right here. And once again, I put some G tape on the floor with a direction arrow in order to remind myself or my coworker who might come in the next couple days to remove these, what is the direction you should be kicking these off correctly. So that's my reminder. Now I'm going to demonstrate the kicking method. So following my arrow here, I'm going to kick these 3 off in a row. And as you can see, they successfully broke in the manner they were supposed to. Now this one is supposed to be going this way. I'm going to kick it in the wrong direction, and let's see what happens. You can see it does not want to break. It has to break this way. So that's the kicking method. Now, I'm going to demonstrate the straight bond method, the same manner. I'm going to kick this way. Actually, I'm going to use the mallet and hit them this way. And then this one here, I'm going to hit the other way, which is incorrect. And we'll see what happens. Very simple. Now this is the incorrect way for the motion. Exactly what I wanted to see. You can see the cap broke off. However, the joint-based screw section remains in the grout joint line. So now you can see the threaded portion broke off. That's where the stress was, because I incorrectly hit it in the wrong direction. Now I have to go back and probably use a razor knife or a Dremel tool to remove this so I could do my grout line. So I wanted to demonstrate how to easily kick these off in the right direction, and this is what happens when you incorrectly do it. I thank you and have a good day.